Think it's working? Hi, guys. Pardon me if this live stream is a little slow at first. I'm using StreamYard, and this is like my first time using it, so I'm a little new to this. Good morning, good morning. What time is it for you guys where you guys live? Because I know I only gave like 2 other time zones, so I'm like curious what time it is for you guys. It's 9 a.m. God bless you for getting up that early. Hello, it's 5 p.m. in the UK. 12. Oh wow, so I really have viewers from like all around. That's kind of cool. It's 5 p.m. I actually have a homework assignment due at 5 that I have not started. But we'll get around to it at some point in the day. I'm curious, what books are you guys reading today? How am I? I am doing pretty good. I am excited for the live stream. I've never done one before, so it should be really exciting. How are you guys? I'm so sorry for the terrible lighting. City of Ashes. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to get my hands on Dance of Thieves for the longest time, but every time I go to buy it on like Amazon and stuff, they don't have it. I've heard it's really, really good, so I really want to get my hands on it at some point. Violent Delights, Violent Delights. What's the other cover that looks almost the same to Violent Delights? Is that The Shadows Between Us? Because I'm still reading that one. But today I'm going to be reading Shadow and Bone because I really need to get a start on it. Harry Potter. I finished the first 2 Harry Potter books. I only have the first one up here. It's the only hardcover one I have. I bought most of them secondhand because there's this like cool little thrift bookstore up in East Lansing that I go to get books. Well, like thrift books. But I have to read the 3rd one next. You got yours on Depop. I remember you DMing me about that. I really want the I've been seeing on TikTok, like book TikTok, and like obviously Harry Potter TikTok, of the like the Harry Potter covers that are like Slytherin themed. And I really, really want them. They're like all black with like green detailing on them. You're reading Legendborn. I literally just bought Legendborn. I'm just gonna block Kyle because that's kind of annoying. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. It's A Court of... Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't read those books yet, so I don't know the full name of them. What is my TikTok? My TikTok is actually just my name, Melissa Dimmer. It's usually what all of my social media handles are besides Snapchat, but I should have put my TikTok thing in my bio. That would have been smart. Oh well. I don't don't go on TikTok all that often. Like, I don't post on TikTok all that often, but I'm highly addicted to the app, just like I feel like everyone else would be. Oh my gosh, you can hear my cat. She's at my brother's door. Oh, thank you for following me on TikTok. I've been wanting to post like more book content on TikTok, but I feel like since I'm already doing like book content on like YouTube and my Instagram stories a crap ton, I feel like it would almost be repetitive to do it on TikTok. Is that Tigger? No, that's Kiki. Kiki is at my brother's door. Tigger is hiding behind the couch, sleeping. Talking about my cats, by the way. Ugh. I'm really excited because I have a book haul coming next week. I want to say Friday or Thursday, one of those 2 days. I ordered a bunch of books recently, and they're coming in within the next like few days, and I'm really, really excited. I'm also going to be doing, what's it called? I'm going to be like filming a video this weekend on all the books I've read from like January to March, because if you're not a new subscriber, I remember talking back in like January about like how I wanted to share with you guys all of the like the books I want to read, but my problem is I feel like I don't read enough books in like a month to kind of make a full video on it. So I originally started doing it like every 3-ish months to tell you guys like what books I'm reading. Girl, you've been on the YouTube grind or the booktube grind lately. I have, and my grades have suffered. Okay, not suffered, but like this week was really, really hard with schoolwork. I wish I had the motivation. It honestly, I spend a lot of nights staying up to like 3 in the morning editing, to be quite honest. It's a lot. Yes, I love the book videos. I'm glad you guys like the book videos because I was a little worried that they would become kind of repetitive. But it seems like you guys are liking them so far, so that's good. Book videos are so good. They are. I recently, I want to say I got into like Book Talk by Mel Reads. I think that's what her YouTube name is, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. We can search it up. No, it is Mel Reads. I was first introduced to Book Talk from her videos, and I just like instantly fell in love with like the whole Book Talk community and just like BookTube and just like the whole book community. I've just become so obsessed with, and I've received such support within the last like I want to say just 2 weeks alone. I've received so much support from you guys and like so many DMs on Instagram, which really makes my day. Ooh. Ooh. We'll probably get started reading at like 12:30 because I think I'm gonna do it in increments of like 30 and 30. I thought about doing reading sprints for longer, but I think starting off at 30 is a good idea. Hello. I love Elias. His videos are so sweet. I have not watched his videos. I'm still kind of like getting into like reading, or not reading, watching people's, like other people's book talk videos. What motivates me to make videos? Well, I guess that's kind of like a tricky question because a lot of things motivate me. But the one thing that like motivated me at first, I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years. I think this summer will be 4 years. So like at first, like I really liked doing it because it was like a way for me to like document my life almost. Because I don't know if like you guys have like scrolled down through my like YouTube feed, but a lot of my videos are like vlogs and stuff and like day in my life. Um, so I guess like being able to just like document my life and look back on it kind of like motivated me to like do it. But at the same time, I really like editing and like filming stuff. Have you ever read Ember and the Ashes series? I haven't, but it is on my TBR list. And I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading it because I'm currently reading so many series as is. Like, I'm trying to get through the whole Harry Potter series because don't crucify me, but this is my first time reading the whole entire Harry Potter series. I've never read them before, like as a kid. I was always like super behind in like reading comprehension as a kid, so I never got the chance to read them. So I'm reading them now, and then I'm reading the Shadow and Bone series finally. And then I think later this month, I'm starting the Shatter Me series, which is like 10 books, 6 of them, which are like part of the main story, and then 4 of them are novellas. So book hauls are so good. My TBR is so long. Dude, my TBR is so unnecessarily long. And I think I'm going to get to all of them this year. It's not happening. Did you watch the trailer of Shadow and Bone, or are you waiting until after you finish the book? I've actually already watched the trailer. And I feel like watching the trailer made me like more excited to read the books because originally I wasn't going to read the books until I want to say like later in the summer. But I found out they were coming out with the show and I was like, well, crap. I don't want to like be behind. I have this thing where like I need to read the books before like I either see the TV show or the movies. So I've seen the trailer and that's all I've seen. I've seen some fan art, but I feel like fan art doesn't really give anything away. But other than that, I've avoided spoilers on like TikTok and everything. I'm almost like a little nervous to start Shadow and Bone because I've heard people say that Shadow and Bone isn't as good, but Six of Crows is a lot better. And to be quite honest, like I am more excited to read Six of Crows. At the moment, I'm obsessed with filming book videos. They're really fun to film. I get a lot of joy from like talking about books just because like I don't know, like books are so fun to read. Like it's like a little escape. Have you seen The Hate U Give? I have not, and I'm mad that I haven't. I do not know a single like service like Netflix or Hulu that has it on there. Does Hulu have it on there? Because if so, I'm gonna watch it. But isn't it a book too? I remember someone saying something in my comment section on one of my videos that The Hate U Give and Concrete Rose is the second installment. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I haven't read them yet. I do want to, though. The trailer for Shadow and Bone is so good. I showed my parents the trailer for Shadow and Bone because the show just kind of like looks, well, I guess the whole series, like I can't even just say the show, like my dad would probably read the books. But when I showed him the trailer, he was invested. So I have a feeling that when the show comes out, my dad is going to end up watching it with me. Apple TV has it. Well, damn it, I don't have Apple TV. I'll find some way to watch it. I'm sure they'll put it on something soon enough. Oh my god, Hulu? Hulu put, oh, what's it called? Oh, what show is it? Oh, Teen Wolf. They put Teen Wolf on Hulu finally. I'm like obsessed with Teen Wolf. Well, I used to be really obsessed with Teen Wolf, but it's still like one of my favorite shows. It's like a comfort show. Hey, love your videos. When are you going to start the next sprint? We are starting the first reading sprint at 12:30, so we still have 15 more minutes for people to trickle in if people are still like coming in. They're both books by Angie Thomas, and The Hate U Give was adapted into a movie. That's what I've heard. The only time I've ever heard of The Hate U Give was when I first saw the movie trailer for it in like on like TV or something, and I had no clue it was an actual book until like a couple years later. What am I reading currently? Well, I'm going to start reading the Shadow and Bone series today, and I'm trying to get through all 5 of them before the show comes out, but I'm also still currently reading The Shadows Between Us. I'm only on chapter 10, but I mean, it's okay. It kind of reads like a Wattpad book. I'm sure most of us know what that app is. I don't know, just the feeling of it kind of reads like a Wattpad book, and in a way it's a little comforting because it's like I grew up with like Wattpad as a kid, but I'm taking a small little break from it just to read Shadow and Bone because I need to start reading it. I need good book recommendations. I don't know what kind of book recommendations you're looking for, but if you haven't read One of Us is Lying, I highly recommend reading it. It's pretty good. It's a good like book to get you back into reading if you're like in a reading slump. It keeps you wanting to read it. What other books have I read recently? I'm trying. I'm in the process of getting a new bookshelf because I want to put it like right here on my wall, but my TV stand is like a cubicle and it has books on like the first 2 shelves. I've also read We Were Liars. I don't know if anyone has read that. There's a lot of slander about We Were Liars. A lot of people don't like it. Which understandably so. It is a little predictable. I mainly think that I was just so surprised by the ending because I haven't like read or watched something like that before. So yeah, I think we're only gonna have Shadow and Bone in Portugal in May, I guess. That sucks. You have to wait like a whole nother month. Live by Wattpad. Dude, my 12-year-old self lived by that app. Non-YA book recs. The only non-YA book that I've read this year is called Picking Cotton, a Memoir of Injustice and Redemption. I'm going to talk about this in my video on Tuesday, but I can talk here about it a little bit. It's basically a story about Jennifer Thompson and Ronald Cotton. It's more of like a true crime memoir, again, of injustice and redemption. And it's like a real story. And basically, trigger warning, this is about like rape and sexual assault. So if you don't want to listen to that, hit mute or something. But it's basically about this woman, Jennifer Thompson. She was raped back in college, and it's basically like this whole story of her trying to put away her rapist, and she falsely identifies one of the men as her rapist, and this book is told in the point of view of both Ronald Cotton, which is the falsely accused man, and Jennifer Thompson, and just basically like their whole story of like how basically the justice system failed them both, but in all honesty, you see the justice system fail the person who was wrongfully convicted so much. And it's honestly one of those like real stories that makes you just want to scream and like fix everything wrong with the world because it's so messed up. Like I don't even know what to say about it. It is a pretty good book. Definitely not for like people who may have a little trauma about that. So I do advise to be careful reading it. And I mean, I personally think it's a very good book. I first heard the story when I went to, oh, where was it? It was my freshman year at GVSU. That's where I went my freshman year of college. And we were given an opportunity to go to this like, what's it called? Like a speaking event or something like that. And that's where I like first heard the story, and she told us she had a book about it. So I picked it up and I read it literally in like 7 days, and it was pretty good. How do you rate Addie LaRue? Ooh. I would rate it a 4 out of 5 only because it took me an entire month to finish the book because it was like a very slow start at first. Like the first, I want to say 150 so pages were kind of rough to get through because it was just a lot of character and plot building, which like I understand why it was necessary. I kind of feel like maybe there didn't need to be 150 pages of character and plot building. But it was definitely a really good book. It was worth it to read it at the end. Like, it was worth it for the end. But it was also one of those books that, like, destroyed me. And I've never, ever cried before to a book. And that book had me crying at literally 7 in the morning. It was rough, but it was a good book. I definitely recommend it. If you can get past the first 150 pages, that is. I haven't read any like non-YA books recently. Young adult books. I have an unhealthy attachment to young adult books. It's bad. So bad. What books have you guys read recently? I'm very curious. I'm always looking to further expand my TBR. Not that I need it anymore, but I still read a fanfic on Wattpad. I'm gonna start reading Make Me Believe. Oh yeah, wait, wasn't oh, what was that book that got turned into a show? After. No, not a show, it was a movie. After. Wasn't that about like a Harry Styles fan fiction? Like After was originally a Harry Styles fan. I haven't read them. How long will you be live for? I will probably be live until like 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, only because my dumb self forgot to do a homework assignment that's due at 5 today. So I want to make sure I have like enough time to do that. So I'll probably get off at like 2:30. Are you planning on doing a 24-hour readathon in April? Of course. Do you know how many all-nighters I pull in a week? It's actually really unhealthy. Like, really unhealthy. I'm rereading The Hunger Games for literally no reason. All right, you know what? I cannot blame you because The Hunger Games is such a staple in reading. Like, you have not read if you have not read the classics. The Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Divergent. Even though I didn't like Divergent all that much, I liked Divergent, but I hated Allegiant. I couldn't finish it, and I haven't finished it. I'm reading The Selection and now reading Red, White, and Royal Blue. Isn't Red, White, and Royal Blue about, oh crap. It's about like two men who like fell in love, but it's like also like politics. I've also never read The Selection, and I don't think I will, just because not my thing. I just finished They Both Die at the End a few days ago. I've been hearing that one's really, really rough, and I don't know if I want to watch it or read it. Yes, it was a Harry Styles fanfic. I could have sworn, because when I was on like Wattpad, like as a kid, like 12 to like 15 years of age, I could have sworn the original fanfiction was about a Harry Styles fanfiction. And then they changed it when it was published, right? Oh my god, let's do a readathon together. Yes, that would be so fun. The Prince of England and the President's Son. That's what it is. I feel like that'd be a really interesting book to read. Hello. Anyways, I've never read After, and I don't think I will, just because I know like the movies that they have on Netflix are a lot different than the like books. But I don't think I'll ever read the After series just because it's so cringy to me. I don't know, it's so cringy to me. I don't know when I'm going to do a readathon this month, though. Because I have finals at the end of this month. It's my last semester. How old am I? I am 19. I turned 20 in October this year, which is weird. It's really weird. I don't feel 20. It's my last year being a teenager. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. You should read Chlorine Sky. I've never heard of that book. What is that about? Please tell me. I'm out of the loop. Oh gosh. I'm honestly nervous to start reading this. I don't know why. I feel stupid for like being nervous to read it. Oh, there's like extra content at the end of it too. I want to see how many pages there are. 356. I just turned 20 in January, so I know how you feel. I look like I'm 12. Like, I could pass as a 12-year-old, so it's so weird to think that I'm like turning 20 this year. Like, that's 1 year away from legally being able to drink in the US, and that's really weird to me. Like, that's basically an adult. I don't like that. But if you are on Anna's account on the Wattpad fanfic, it's there, and the name is Harry instead of Harden. Are you serious? Like, she hasn't changed it on Wattpad? I like how she barely changes the name, though, like Harry to Harden. You're turning 20 in May. I refuse to turn 18 next month. I felt that. I go book shopping too much and I buy so many books. Me too. My boyfriend would agree with you. He has to refrain me from going to Barnes & Noble so much. He said he feels like he's enabling my addiction when he takes me to Barnes & Noble. I don't have a Barnes & Noble near me. Like, I live at home. I don't live up at college right now because COVID and everything, but there's like no Barnes & Noble where I live, like around where I live. The closest Barnes & Noble to me is like up at my school. Someone on my TikTok said I'm like 12. Dude, I feel you. A girl thought I was 15 at my job even though I'm a manager. Oh, that's rough. If it makes you feel any better, I worked at like this boutique like in my city, and it was like more of like a high-end boutique for like older ladies. So like ladies above like 70 and 60 came in, and this was in like senior year, so this was like what, 2 years ago, and they were like, "Oh, you're so cute. What are you, like 16?" I wasn't. Once you turn 20, it just goes downhill. More like when you turn 18. In Portugal, you can drink at 18. You feel like a child, but everyone expects you to grow up. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Alrighty, is everyone ready to do reading sprints? I'm ready, but I'm not at the same time. I'm like nervous to start reading this book. What shows am I watching? At the moment, I'm watching Law and Order SVU. Very, very addicted to it. I literally look so small. I'm 4'11", and everyone says I look 12. I am 5'5.5" ish, I think. I'm nervous to start this book. I'm nervous because I'm afraid I won't like it, because I've heard like mixed things from people about it. Alright, we're gonna start reading sprints. She'll add this, and when the timer goes off, we can talk again. So, reading sprints are starting in 3, 2, 1. Okay. First sprint done. Is anybody else a slow reader? I feel like I barely got anywhere. Well, I got to page like 23. Hi, Carol. I saw your message earlier, but I didn't want to like scare everyone. Oh. First sprint is done. I read so slow. Oh my god. I do too. I don't know why I read so slow. I feel like if I read too fast, I'm gonna like not remember any of the information. I'm reading the Shadow and Bone series. Starting it today, finally. The tornado siren's going off. It's the first Saturday of the month. Oh my gosh, it's April. Why did that not register in my head? I can't believe we're already in April. Yeah, exactly the same. It just goes over my head. I wish I could read faster because, like, I feel like I could finish books more fast, but I don't know. I feel like if I read too much, like too fast, I mean, not like too much. If I read too fast, I'm just not gonna comprehend any of the information. I'm reading Crooked Kingdom. I have Crooked Kingdom. It's so big. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do it, or finish it, but hopefully I can finish it before the show comes out. I did so many tabs. I have not tabbed anything in here so far. The first book I ever tabbed, like first book ever, was Addie LaRue, just because there was a lot going on in that book. I'm on chapter 10 in The Shadows Between Us, but I also have not tabbed anything in this so far. How am I liking Shadow and Bone so far? I mean, I feel like I can't say too much because I'm not even done with like the first chapter. That's how slow I read. But so far, I really, really like it. I don't know how I feel about Mal so far. Got some mixed feelings about the dude. Got some mixed feelings about him. I only have 70 pages in The Girl on the Train, and it's so good. I have heard The Girl on the Train is super, super good. That's like a thriller book, right? I know there's a movie on it, but it was a book first. 30 pages. Oof. It's okay. We're all reading at our own pace here. These are some chill reading sprints. No competition here. It's a murder mystery and thriller. Okay, that's what I thought it was. It looks really, really good. I've been seeing it a little bit on TikTok, The Girl on the Train, and it looks pretty good. It kind of reminds me of the movie The Girl on the Train is so boring. Is it really? It kind of reminds me of like I've never read the Percy Jackson books before. It's on my list. Trust me. I feel like I'm disappointing everyone because I haven't read Percy Jackson, haven't read the Harry Potter series until now. But my boyfriend has read the Percy Jackson series, and I've heard that the movies to Percy Jackson is such an insult to the actual book because the books are really, really good, but the movie is just terrible. I've seen the movie, but I've never read the book, so like I don't know much of a comparison between them, but we watched the Percy Jackson movie, I want to say like 3 weeks ago. And as a kid, when it first came out, I was like, what, maybe like 10, maybe around there. And I thought it was such a good movie at the age of 10. And we watched it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this movie is shit. It's so bad. The movies suck, yeah. I love murder mysteries too. I do too. I just got, what book did I just get? I just bought it, and I'm really excited to read it. Hold on. I'm gonna check what it's called. Oh, I got The Perfect Marriage and The Wicked Deep. I'm really, really excited to read The Perfect Marriage. I don't know if like anyone's ever heard of the book. I've seen it a couple times on TikTok, but basically it's about this woman who her husband is having an affair and his mistress basically goes missing and he is the prime suspect, and the wife is like, I guess like a defense attorney or something, so she's defending him in court, and it sounds so interesting. I've not read Percy Jackson either, but it's on my 2021 TBR. Same. I plan on reading it. I don't know when, but I plan on reading it. I feel like I disappoint so many people, and I'm like, I haven't read the classics like Percy Jackson. Hey, Melissa, I know you'll be able to read the Shadow and Bone trilogy in the 6th of July. If not, just remember it's hard to read 5 books in less than a month. Yeah, I'm hoping I will be able to get through all 5 of them. I have a feeling I might be able to, especially if I like, like time manage it good and like divide up like how many pages I have to read every single day up until April 23rd. But like at the same time, if I can at least get through the 6 of Crows, I think I'll be fine. Because Crooked Kingdom is so big. I want to say it's like, it looks like a good 500 pages, maybe 600. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how many pages are in it, but it looks like a pretty hefty book. So if I can at least get like through the trilogy and 6 of Crows, I'll be fine, I feel. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I am so tired. I went to bed at such a late time last night, and then I woke up so early this morning so I could like make sure to come to this. Yes, I do. I just get easily scared. What murder mysteries have you watched, Emily? I'm very curious. Like I have to FaceTime my boyfriend while I feel that. I really like scary movies, so I watch them like year round and I can watch them by myself. But I've never read like a scary book before. I feel like I'd have a harder time reading a scary book because that's like more to the imagination than there is with watching a movie. I love Crooked House. It's based on Agatha Christie's book. Ooh, I'll have to check that out then. I get to go thrift book shopping next weekend, and I'm so excited. Should I make it into a vlog and like a little mini haul? Ow. It's my thumb. I hate scary movies. I love scary movies. They're like one of my favorite movies to watch. I don't know why. I think the movie It, like the newer version It, not like the older version It, but the newer version It, I find it so funny. And I know it's not meant to be a funny movie. It's more of like a thriller, but like I feel like the actors that they picked for the little kids roles were just really funny. So I laugh at all the parts. And Knives Out is a murder mystery, but it's super funny. Oh my god, are you going to film? I think I will. If you guys want a thrifting book shop video, I'll do it. I can't watch thriller movies. I get too scared. Okay, the one movie that like really messed with my head was oh, what movie was it? Hereditary. I think that's what it's called. The one where she gets her head cut off. That's so dark. But that one messed with my head so badly. If anyone has seen that movie, you will understand what I'm saying, but my friends and I watched it over the winter break before this semester, and we were up at my friend's cabin, and we watched it, like, late at night, too, and the whole movie is just such ugh, it messes with my head so much. Oh my god, book thrifting videos are my fave. Well, I will have one coming at you then. I think let me check my iPhone. I know I'm going, but oops. Why did it do that? Okay, so where's my calendar? Do I know? I thought I didn't have a calendar app. Okay, so next week, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the videos coming next week. Next week on Tuesday, I'm uploading all of the books I read from January to March. And then Friday, I'm doing a little book haul of some books that I've recently purchased. So that's what's coming next week. But the week after, I'm going to do a little like Q&A get ready with me. So if you guys don't already follow my Instagram, I recommend go following my Instagram because I posted on my story kind of like a questions thing that you guys can like send me questions if you have any for me. So I'll be doing like a Q&A video for you guys to get to know me a little better. And then I'll do the book thrifting video. I love book hauls. I just posted one a few days ago. They're so fun to watch. I love watching people do book hauls and like talk about all the new books they have because it forces me to put more on my TBR list, which is really bad, but I feel like it opens me up to like more like opportunities for books and like different options. I saw that you left me a lot of questions. I appreciate that. I actually got a decent amount of questions. Most of them book related, some of them college related. You guys don't know I'm a sophomore in college. Will be a junior next year, which is really weird. If you guys have any questions for me now, I can answer them too. StreamYard is so cool. This is like my first time using this like platform. It looks so fun. I'm honestly a little proud of myself with how far I've come in the book so far. Like, granted, it's only like 23 pages, but it's somewhere. It's somewhere. Oh my gosh, I have a question for you guys. The one Leigh Bardugo book, the first Leigh Bardugo book that I bought was Ninth House. I bought this back in like December, and I haven't read it yet, but I really, really, really want to. And I'm curious if any of you guys have ever read it. You should read Scythe by. I have gotten that book recommendation on a couple of my videos before. Do you like crystals? I do. Hold on. I'll show you my crystals. I'll show you a couple of them. I don't have many. Only a couple. Ow. My family and I went to this like town in Michigan. It's called Frankenmuth, and it's like this really like weird town almost. It's I don't even know how to describe it, but I got this like little tower of selenite and it's so pretty. And I also got pyrite, which is like really sparkly. And then an amethyst, which is really pretty. And then I don't remember what this one is, but there's that one. I have some other ones, but those are just a few. Shadow and Bone is a fantasy, so it takes some time getting used to the world. Take your time. Yeah, that is the one thing that is kind of sucky about reading fantasy books and like dystopian novels is I understand why there needs to be like world building and why it has to be slow at first because you have to like ease into the world to make it make sense later on. But I feel like by like halfway through the book I'll be fine, and obviously by the time like I end up reading like all the books it'll make sense. Um, so I'm not too worried about it. Ninth House is so good, it takes a little bit to get into, but after that I was hooked. That's what I've been hearing. I was in Books a Million like literally in December back in 2020, and I saw this. I was originally drawn to it because of the cover. It just looked really, really cool. So that's what drew me in at first. And then I read the back of it and I was like, okay, I have to buy this now. So I did end up buying it, but I haven't read it yet. I have so many books on my TBR to read. Nuts. Ugh. I also have tarot cards too. I got like a deck of tarot cards like a couple months ago. I want to get a different one though, like a more old-timey one, if that makes sense. My coffee's all watered down now. Ugh. I want to get more crystals. I just want to like get them so they're like authentic and like real. I don't want to like order them on Amazon, but I don't have any like crystal stores near me, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It seems like you guys are really liking the recent video I just uploaded, which is good. For some reason I thought nobody was gonna like it because it seemed more of like a kind of not interesting video, but I'm glad you guys are liking it. Also, it's nuts to me that my book shopping haul and vlog video is at like 6K. Does anyone have any YA fantasy recs? Please leave some recommendations. Does anybody else feel like dystopian novels just don't live up to the expectation anymore after Hunger Games and Maze Runner? Like I have not read, I don't think I've read a dystopian novel since the Maze Runner and Hunger Games and Divergent. Cinderella is Dead. I heard that was really, really good. At least that's what TikTok tells me, but I don't know how much I trust BookTok anymore. Scythe, my favorite dystopian. Is that really a dystopian novel? I didn't know that. I can't tell the difference between fantasy and dystopian anymore. I just read Cinderella is Dead and it was so good. Yes, Divergent and Hunger Games are top tier. They really are. Okay, this is an unpopular opinion, but I did not like Divergent as much as I liked Hunger Games and The Maze Runner. In my opinion, I feel like Divergent kind of tried a little too much to be the next Hunger Games, and that kind of, like, turned me off from it a little bit. I liked the first book in Divergent. Insurgent was a little slow and was more, like, it was more one of those, like, filler books that, like, was giving you information and was giving you more plot leading up until the end of the book, Allegiant, but I never finished Allegiant, ever, because it just got so repetitive and boring for me that I never finished Allegiant. I've read all the Hunger Games books, and I've read all the Maze Runner books. Apparently there's novellas of, the Hunger or not the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner from, like, Newt's point of view. I liked Divergent back in 2003, but now I look back on it and think, why? It fell apart after the first book. No, it really did. It fell apart after the first book so badly. Like, they started off so strong with Allegiant, or not Allegiant, Divergent. Divergent is always going to be a staple. The first book is always going to be a classic. But they messed up so badly on Insurgent and Allegiant that I literally lost all respect for it. I don't know, it was just so annoying. Like, in Allegiant, all you got was Triss and Four fighting 24/7. And I'm like, all right, can we get back to the plot point? Like, come on. Allegiant was shockingly bad. Yeah, it was so bad, which is so funny because I feel like I see on TikTok everyone being like, Allegiant was so good, like, it was so good. And I'm like, oh. And the movies, don't even get me started on the movies. The first movie was decently good. Followed along with the book, so-so. Insurgent, it was okay. It could have been better, but Allegiant, they messed up that movie so bad. They messed it up so bad. Yeah, see, it's like the same thing with Percy Jackson. Like, the movies were so bad. I know they had a fourth book in the Divergent series in Four's point of view, but I never read it. Never will. Never will. I don't think I will. My Hunger Games unpopular opinion is that Mockingjay is the best book in films. I don't care. I love them so much. Honestly, like, don't get me wrong. The original Hunger Games book, like the first book, is always going to be a classic because that's like what introduced us to the world. But Mockingjay was the top tier out of the entire series. Catching Fire wasn't that bad. I feel like it was one of those, like, filler books in between, like, the plot point, but it was still really, really good because I feel like most of the times when it comes to, like, trilogies or, like, series and books, the second book is always, like, not as good, but Catching Fire was not bad at all. But the books and the movies were pretty spot on, in my opinion. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't read the Hunger Games books in, like, years. I, like, read it in middle school, and that was back in, like, 2012, 14, something like that. But the films were pretty good. I remember waiting for them to come out in middle school and, like, going to see them with friends and everything, and they were really good. At least that's what I thought. Have you ever read The Cruel Prince? I haven't, and it's mainly because I've been seeing mixed reviews on it. Like, it wasn't all it was hyped up to be. So I'm a little skeptical to read it. I feel like I could spend my time on books that have a better plot point than Cruel Prince almost. What time is the next sprint? When did we stop reading? Our next sprint is at 1:30. because we talked until 12:30 and then read until 1. So in 3 minutes is our next sprint. That took me a hot second to figure out. Yeah, but Maze Runner was good. I definitely would rank it not Maze Runner, Hunger Games. I would definitely rank it Hunger Games, Maze Runner, and then the Divergent series. But I feel like I haven't found any good dystopian novels after Hunger Games. Like, Hunger Games really just set the bar really high. Oh my God, I was talking to my friend, last night, and I was talking about the books I would never read. And one of the book series that I can't see myself reading anytime soon is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Sarah J. Maas? I don't even know how you say her last name, but I don't think I'm ever going to read those books. Just because, there's like 7 or 8 of them in the series. And it's just so long. Like, I don't think I can commit myself to another book series that long. Like, I got the book, but I can't read it until my boyfriend comes to visit me because he has the book. I've been seeing so many people, like, on my videos comment that their, what's it called? Like, bookstores are not open, like where you guys live. And that hurts my heart so much. Like, granted, like, we can still, order books and everything, but there's something about being able to go in person and buy your books. It's like so much better. You're not missing out them. LOL, I didn't think they were that good. See, that's what I've been seeing. Like, some people are like, Throne of Glass, like, you can live without it. But then I keep seeing people saying, like, Throne of Glass is better than A Court of Thorn and Roses, like, the whole series. But I don't know. I feel like I don't think I'm ever going to read the Throne of Glass series. Many people say that this author says it's complicated. Yeah, there are a lot of wrong things with her writing, mainly like representation. I have one of her books, the Crescent City one, that I'm excited to read, just because like it sounds really up my alley. What about ACOTAR? I actually just bought the first book. And I am going to read that series. I don't think I'm going to read it anytime soon. I'll probably read it in the summertime because I still have the end of the end of April, because that's like my last semester for this year. So I'll probably end up reading that series in summer just because I'm still trying to get through Harry Potter. And that is so big. I keep looking at the Goblet of Fire book and it is literally massive. Like, look at that. That's massive. It's like, what? Nearly 800 pages in it. So big. Yeah, Throne of Glass is okay, but the books go downhill. That's what I've been hearing. Like, it's good. And also, I've been seeing that, like, the order of the books is really confusing, which, in my opinion, if the order of the books is that confusing, it's not worth the read for me. ACOTAR is so good. I just read it and was obsessed. Two of my friends have actually read the book, and they said it was really, really good, so I am not worried that I won't like it. I feel like it'll give me a second to get used to it, though. Mine is not. I don't have any bookstores in the place that I live. That is awful. That is awful. That is so sad. I mean, granted, I only have like one bookstore near me. We used to have a Barnes & Noble, like literally right down the street from where I live, but they closed it down years ago. Hi, Eleanor. Have you read any Cassandra Clare books? I haven't. She's the author of Mortal Instruments, right? I'm pretty sure she is. I have not read any of her books. I don't know if I will, because I've been seeing a lot of slander on TikTok about them. And also it's another one of those series that are really, really big, and I don't think I can commit to that anytime soon. So, yeah. Yeah, the Shadowhunter Chronicles. I thought that's what it was. I have one and I love it so much. I don't know if I'll ever read them, to be quite honest. There are just some books that, like, for some reason, I just can't get myself to read. See, that's what I've been seeing a lot. Aw, thank you, Riley. How's my weekend going? Oh my god, it is Saturday. Oh, for some reason, I keep thinking it's Friday, and I'm like, it's not the weekend. My weekend's going pretty good, actually. After I get off live at 2:30, I have to do a homework assignment. But after that, I'm done with homework for the week, and I actually get to see my boyfriend today. I haven't seen him in a week and a half, 2 weeks ish, somewhere around there. Alrighty, are you guys ready to start the next sprints? I'm ready. I am, but I'm not. We will read until 2:05. Yeah, 2:05. Alrighty, let's start. Okay. Whoa. I'm getting to like the really interesting parts now of this book. Why does the edge of my page look like that? I don't like that. Got to the part where she's talking to the Darkling. Oh, what are you reading? I totally missed it. I'm reading Shadow and Bone, finally. Finally reading it. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm getting to the good parts of my book. Like, granted, it's like still the beginning of the book, granted, but it's starting to get pretty good, and I really like it so far. I'm actually happy that I like it. I was worried I wouldn't, but it's pretty good. What is that series really about? I've been pushing it off so much. So, basically, I don't even know how to explain what this book is about, but it's basically about, well, the main character is Alana, and she is like a map maker for this world, I guess you could say, but she has this like power that she doesn't know she has. I don't even know how to, if anyone has a better way to explain this book, please by all means type it in the chat, because I don't even know how to describe this book. It's a fantasy book. How would you even describe this book? I kind of wish I got it in hardcover. I don't have many hardcover books. It's just a really good book. That's all I can say. I wouldn't even know how to like properly describe what the book is about, but it's really good. I feel like you would be better off searching up the like reviews of it on YouTube from like Mel Reads, because I think she read the book, I want to say, and she explains the books that she reads really, really well. I didn't do a ton of research on like what this book was about beforehand, because I kind of like going into my books not knowing all the information, because I like that element of surprise. Oh. How are you guys' books going? Are they interesting? I like the streaming platform you're using. I will look into using it, as I want to do interviews on my channel at some point. I have seen so many booktubers use StreamYard, and it's a really easy platform to use. Like, at first I thought it was going to be really confusing to use, but it's actually super, super easy. I do recommend looking up some tutorials on how to work it at first, because at first it can be kind of confusing, but after you like get used to it, it's really, really easy. It's not super difficult at all. I really like it. I'm only on chapter 4 of These Violent Delights at the moment, and it's really good and gripping so far. I had a friend read The Violent Delights. Is that like it's a romance novel, right? I'm reading Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Is that how you say that? I've never heard of that book before. What is it about? Tell me, what is it about? I'm in love, I can't stop laughing with George and Fred. Wait, which one are you watching or reading? You're reading the second one, right? The Sorcerer's Stone? Philosopher's Stone? Oh, that's the first one. Sorry, not the second one. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling in the 1920s. Shane, really? That's what it's about? I kind of want to read it now. The first one, yeah, that's right. I always get the first and the second Harry Potter books mixed up. In my opinion, the first and the second one are not all that interesting. I feel like even in the movies too, like the first and the second movie is not all that interesting, but it starts getting really, really good around the third one. The two Harry Potter books I'm really excited to read is The Goblet of Fire and Half-Blooded Prince. Those are the two I'm like most excited about reading. Half-Blooded Prince is just so good. The movie is, at least. Again, I've never read the books, so I'm getting there. I'm 2 chapters in The Unbroken by C.L. Clark, and I'm already so impressed. Jeez, not working today. I've never heard of that book. Yep, it's between 2 gangs. Apparently the focus is more on the gang stuff rather than the love plot, but it's enemies to lovers, so I'm excited to see what will come. I love the enemies to lovers trope. I think it's just so interesting, and I like the authors that can, like, I always feel like sometimes enemies to lovers is overdone and like the story is almost always the same. But I really do appreciate when authors can make enemies to lovers like a new kind of feeling. Hold on. Yeah? Sorry, my brother was putting my cat in my room. I watched Mel reads and I think she rated Shadow and Bone a 2-star. I don't think she finished the whole book though. Oh, really? Okay, maybe Mel reads is not the best place to go to for Shadow and Bone. I have heard that Shadow and Bone is could go either way. It's good and bad. The Golden Compass series is great. Read them with my father when I was younger. There's a movie about the Golden Compass, right? Because I could have sworn I've seen the movie. I've never read the books. I didn't know it was a series either. I think it's pronounced Bernadette. Bernadette. I hope I'm saying it right. It's about... Hi. Can you hear her little squeaks? Come here. Come here. Come here. Like a little pipsqueak. Mother who goes missing prior to a planned trip to Antarctica, and it's told from the POV of the mother's daughters. It's told in documents, emails, etc. Ooh. Well, that sounds kind of interesting. Hi. Will you come up here? Come here. She sounds like a little pipsqueak. Come here. No, come here. They want to see you. Come here. She wants attention, but she will not come here. Come here. There you go. This is my cat, Tigger. She's a Bengal cat. She's very talkative, very annoying, loves attention, 24/7. Yes, there's a movie for Golden Compass. There are a few books from what I remember. I could have sworn it was... I remember seeing the movie when I was like younger. I never really got into it. I didn't know it was a book though. I didn't know it was a series. Say hi. Your cat's eyes, oh my god, I love them. Come here. They want to see you. Look it. She's just not feeling it today. Ow. She is just like Simon. Your cat is so cute. I'm sorry, but whenever you send me pictures of your cat, I just fall in love with Simon. I have another cat, Kiki. She's a calico cat. She's really, really fat. But she doesn't like being picked up. Please don't chew on the boxes. And don't chew on my dust jacket, please. She's crazy. Yeah, main reason I remember it is because my dad started choking up while reading it to me as a kid. I have not, again, I've never read the books to this series, but when I watched the movie, I watched it years ago, like when I was younger, so I don't remember it all too much. But from what I can remember, it was a little sad. I will send you a video later. Please do. You guys have pets? You can always DM me pictures of them. Please. Cats are so cute. I'll probably get off in the next like 15 minutes because I still have that homework assignment to do. I don't want to do it. It's for a CJ class that I'm in. It's a criminal procedure class. And I'm not. Yeah. I'm not too happy about it. What books are you guys planning on reading this month? I'm very curious. I have a feeling my TBR is going to change throughout the next couple of weeks. I know I for sure am going to read the whole Shadow and Bone trilogy and then the Six of Crows duology. Those are like 5 books I'm definitely reading. But I might end up changing the last 2 books that I read or that I want to read for this month, which is Shatter Me and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. They're fast books. At least Good Girl's Guide to Murder will be, but I have a feeling I'll end up changing up what I want to read this month. So be sure to watch the reading vlogs to keep up to date with like what I'm reading this month. Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Crooked Kingdom. Yes. I'm probably not going to end up reading a Good Girl's Guide to Murder until like the end of April because my main priority is reading all of the Shadow and Bone books and the Six of Crows duology. I plan to read, where'd it go? I plan to read Educated, The Wrath and the Dawn, and The Great Alone. Ooh. I read a few series with my dad, Mysterious Benedict Society, Golden Compass, Hobbit, and Harry Potter. I've never been into the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings series. For some reason, I could never get into them. My boyfriend actually just bought, I think, the first 2 or 3 Lord of the Rings books, and he's trying to read those, but he's currently reading, or trying to get through the first book of Dune. I really want to get The Song of Achilles and The Secret History this month. Okay, did you know, I did not know this until last night. One of my friends informed me about this, but The Song of Achilles is a duology. I didn't know that until last night, that The Song of Achilles is a duology. It's The Song of Achilles first and then Circe. And I literally bought Circe like a few weeks ago, and I was planning on reading it next month, but then my friend was like, you need to read The Song of Achilles first. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on reading that book, but I guess I have to now. Good Girl's Guide to Murder is great. You'll want to read the sequel immediately. The sequel just came out, I'm pretty sure, like last month in March. And then the 3rd book comes out in September, which I'm really excited for. Oh my god, we should, bud. Just subbed you, by the way. Thank you, Riley. Oh, I'll add it to my Amazon cart. Aw, thank you, Eleanor. What? Since when? That's what I was saying. I thought they were separate books. That's why I bought Circe in the first place, because I'm currently reading so many series because I don't know why. I guess it's just like my pick, I guess. But I've been trying to find really good standalones, and I thought Circe was a standalone, but apparently it's not. Apparently The Song of Achilles is the first installment. Oh, okay. So they're separate stories, but in the same universe. So it's like the same thing with Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows. It's in like the same universe, but they're sort of separate, but they kind of go in together. I read Circe before the Song of Achilles and had no problem reading that separately. My friend said that for some reason there's like uh she said that this if you read Circe, some of it's not gonna make sense because the Song of Achilles like what's it called? Hints at stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like The Song of Achilles is a short enough novel that I feel like I could get away with reading it first and then going to Circe, but I just don't have The Song of Achilles yet. It's in my cart. I just haven't read it yet. Or bought it. Hello. What are you doing? Come here. Or not. That's cool. Come here. Are you guys hardcover or paperback fans? I like paperbacks more just because they're easier to hold. But I like the way that hardcovers look. But I always like mess up the what's it called? What is it called? Like the dust thing? Dust cover, jeez. Have you ever been disappointed with a movie version of a book? I know that happened to me with The Tale of I mean, we talked about this earlier, but the Divergent books were definitely, or the Divergent movies. After Divergent, the movies just went downhill, in my opinion. You can read them whichever way, but acknowledge about Greek mythology in general be helpful for both. That's what I've been told, but not necessary. Floppy paperbacks always. Yes. Yes. I like the way paperbacks feel more. Like most of the time when I'm reading, I'm like laying in bed and I always feel like I ruin the dust jackets. Like I take the dust jackets off when I read, but I don't know, I feel like I don't know. Hardcovers are just super stiff, but I like the way they look. I am personally paperback and ebook. I like having the physical book, but I'm trying to ease into ebooks because they are more accessible and they're right there at the touch of your fingertips. Come here. The only book I've read, audiobook wise, haven't finished it yet, but this bad boy. This bad boy. Look at this bad boy. I started this like 2 years ago. I'm only that way. Sorry, the camera's inverted. I'm only this way through, but I have to listen to the audiobook as I read this book because it is literally 1,000 pages long, and I can't sit there for that long and read that by myself. Are you a spine breaker? No. I mean, I've accidentally broken some spines before. The first Harry Potter book, the spine is absolutely demolished. Like you can look inside the book. It's just demolished, but this has been like a hand-me-down book copy for like years with my family. So that's the only reason why that one's broken, but I try not to break the spines. I like physical and use Audible. Same. Audible is the goat. I try not to buy a book as often, especially if I'm not certain I'll like it, so I'll buy them usually after. If I liked them enough, I want a copy. That's a good point. I do have a couple like ebooks. They're mostly like true crime books, mainly just because I'm majoring in criminal justice at my college, so I have to read a lot of true crime books and write essays on them. So I usually do ebooks for those because they're easier to like write essays with. You can just copy and paste to cite it, but those are usually the only ebooks I have. I have refrained myself from buying books for like 2 months, like a month. a month. I can't even say 2 months because I recently just bought Cersei, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom, like last month. I haven't bought any books in a month. Can we be proud of myself? Let's be proud of me. I have an addiction to buying books. It's bad. Hi. You wanna come here? No? Okay. Ugh. I'm trying to think of. Oh, I keep seeing this everywhere on TikTok. Has anyone read the what's it called? Like the campus series? Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like about hockey boys, and this girl falls for like a bunch of these hockey boys. It's like all over TikTok right now. I think one of the other books in it is like the Briar U series. Oh, Off Campus, that's what it's called. That took me forever to think of. Everyone's been saying the Off Campus series is really, really good. But it's also another one of those series that's kind of long and like I'd have to dedicate it to. I want to read that so badly. See, I've been seeing like everywhere on TikTok that it's really, really good. But I'm about to start the Shatter Me series, so I feel like I should wait until like I finish the Shatter Me series to start like any other romance novel. I also heard that that book has like an accidental pregnancy in it, and I don't know how I feel about that trope. I don't know. Is it the one with the half naked men on the covers? Yes, yes, it is. Which is the only reason I don't want to get it physically, because like I still share an Amazon with my parents, because I'm not about to pay for an Amazon account by myself yet. But I'm gonna put it in the cart and buy it, and they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you reading? Like, what the hell?" I already bought one book that I'm already like, "Ooh, mom, don't look inside. Don't look inside." It's called. Hold on. Let me bring it up. I've been seeing it all over TikTok, so I really wanted to read it. What's it called? Oh, Collided by Lauren Asher. Imagine reading it in public. Dude, it's so embarrassing. It's like reading Wattpad on your phone in public. You're like, don't look. Why do the covers have to look like that? Can we not have half naked men on book covers, please? Like, I'm just trying to read my book in public alone. Like, I don't want the attention. Like, please, can we not make book covers like that anymore? Like, I don't get the appeal to it. I don't want to look at a half naked man on my book cover. Bye, Elena. Jeez, I can't speak today. Just cannot function today. For real, they could at least be a little discreet with the covers. I mean, come on. I want to look up one of the covers just to like the Off Campus series. I'm trying to get a picture of them. Like, this is the cover of one of the books. Can we not? Like, can we just have a regular book cover? Please. Hi.
Hi.
I'm live. Do you want to say hi?
No.
Okay.
Who you live with?
I'm live on my YouTube. We're doing reading sprints.
Who's we?
Subscribers.
On her OnlyFans? Is that what you just
OnlyFans? What? That is not what
Oh,
My
sorry.
subscriber.
Oh, no.
She has OnlyFans. We were talking about book covers because one of the book covers for this book series is like literally a picture of like a half naked man.
Nice.
Nice. But we were talking about how embarrassing it is to like read that in public. Like, dude, I just want to read my book in private.
No, you get those book covers. They have them like, you can get ones that you just put them over. Oh yeah, they have fake book covers. So you can put them over there and you can read like you can sit there and watch 50 or read 50 Shades of Grey and have a book cover like Animals of the South or something. Like you could be like, you know, anatomy or astronomy or something like
Make
super,
it look smart, but
yeah, like
all you're
looking
reading is sex.
Exactly. I'm telling you. Good idea.
Oh,
Look it up.
God.
Book covers. Fake book covers.
Fake book covers.
It's a thing.
They probably have them on Amazon.
Just like men's leggings. Men's leggings is a thing. Don't look it up though.
Well, don't men wear leggings for like track and stuff?
Yeah, but that's not what these pictures are showing. And definitely don't search up the red men's leggings. Don't.
Oh gosh. My mom goes, OnlyFans? No, ma'am. Just a YouTube live stream. Not OnlyFans. We don't do that here. By all power, if you want to do it, do it. But we don't do that here. Not here. But yeah, can we just, yeah, and literally more half-naked men covers. More. Oh, that one's really suggestive. I mean, the one that I got, Collided Era by Lauren Asher, just looks like that. It just has a man on the cover, but not a half-naked man, thankfully. Thankfully. I can't believe it's already 2:30. I feel like I haven't even been live for that long, but I guess I have. Damn. I don't think my mom knew I was live streaming today, so she just came in and she was like, what are you doing? I don't want to say hi. She's in some of my vlogs on my channel, but she's not in many of them. Are you planning on doing another live soon? Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and I want your guys' input on it. I was thinking about doing every other Saturday at like 12 or 1. Mainly, that is until like May. I could probably do live streams like every week starting in May because I'll be like on summer break and stuff. But until May, I think I'm gonna do every other Saturday at 12 or maybe 1. It's 7:32 there. What? Your mom is so funny. She's crazy. Literally crazy. Actually crazy. That's so nuts to me that it's like so late there. Well, I did start at 12. It's been a couple hours. Love how chill your mom is. Yeah, she's pretty cool. So my sister is like 9. I have a younger sibling. So she still believes in like the Easter Bunny. You get what I'm saying? And so we still celebrate like Easter and everything, and we still get like little mini gifts for like Easter and whatnot. And my mom was like, well, what do you want for Easter this year? And I was like, you know, the only thing I really want for Easter is books. You'd just get me books and I'd be content. So that's what she got me. Yeah, in the UK it's 7:33. What is that?
This is from Sweden. Our box this time is from Sweden. And it is,
Can I try it?
if you read it, it sounds like the most disgusting thing ever.
Banana and toffee flavor. Ooh, banana and toffee?
Okay, dead serious.
Is it
I
good?
was like, not so much. It's amazing. I ate the whole thing.
Everyone is saying, your mom is so funny. Love how chill your mom is. All moms are kind of crazy.
I'm a good crazy.
It kind of looks like a Laffy Taffy.
It's totally the texture of a Laffy Taffy.
Let me open it. It's like stuck.
You like banana Laffy Taffy, right? Here.
I've tried a banana
Don't
Laffy.
mess your nails up, Jesus.
My nails are fine. Why are you wearing my boots?
Shh, you didn't see that.
I did.
No.
I did.
Oh,
it's hard
mine
to
was not
Laffy
that
Taffy.
hard. It was really chewy.
I was ripping
Okay.
my teeth.
You got the crappy one. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just broke my tooth, I feel like.
Okay, so it's got like the sweetness of banana and like the toffee flavor. It totally goes together, except for yours has a lot more banana than mine.
It's really
Mine
chewy.
looked a lot different.
It's not bad.
But you
It's
get,
literally like a Laffy Taffy.
yes, but the flavor, like who would have thought
Stuck in my
toffee?
teeth.
And then they have these little raspberry bears that are really good. They had good stuff. We didn't share it with you last night.
Some of my viewers are from the UK, and it's 7:33 p.m. over there. Is that nuts? It's literally stuck in my teeth.
Ask them if the Rover and Jaguar plants have opened up again over in the UK.
They have Rover Jaguar plants there?
That's where they're all made, and I need to know if they've opened back up so I can
Oh,
get
it
parts
is
again.
really stuck in my teeth.
Yep. All of our parts come from the UK.
Mm. Do you recommend any romantic books for YA? Young adult. Do you have any, Mo? What have you read lately?
Jaguar Land Rover user manuals.
Romantic YA books. I haven't read any recently.
Definitely not 50 Shades of Grey. Not
That's not
appropriate.
That's not a young adult novel. That is an
That's why I
adult
said
novel.
not appropriate. Even if you have the book cover. Not
Even
appropriate.
if you have the book cover.
Okay, I'm out. I gotta go to the Micro Center. Macro Center. Mac Center? Mike Center? It's in Madison Heights. Okay.
I haven't read any romantic books for young adult recently, but I do know that the Shatter Me series is highly recommended. And then, I've heard some good things about Serpent and Dove, but I've also heard a lot of slander about Serpent and Dove, so tread lightly where you will if you want. Oh, so tough. Oh, my other cat's in here. Hello, hello. We're actually about to jeez. We're actually about to end the live stream here soon. So I have homework to go do, which I don't want to do, but I need to do at 5. But okay, so the next time, oh, I got that all over my pants. Okay, so the next time I'm gonna live stream is gonna be April 17th. So put that in your calendars, April 17th. I might do an impromptu live stream at some point in the next 2 weeks, but I will for sure live stream on Saturday the 17th. Bye, Emily. Thank you. I'll need it. Alrighty. I will see you guys. I'm posting a video on Tuesday, so be sure to look out for that. I'm posting a video Tuesday and Friday next week. And the next live stream will be on the 17th of April. So, yeah.
That's fine. We're all leaving.
Oh, you're all leaving. Okay.
Yes. It was a solo trip of Lucas and I, and now we have some tag-alongs.
Okay.
Those cookies sound really good.
What cookie?
Tag-along.
Oh, that's a cookie?
It is. And a do-si-do.
All right. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, guys.